Hello, my name is Jacob Bustos. I'm a junior at San Francisco State University, and today I will demonstrate the process of how to tune a guitar to standard tuning. So, first of all, we're going to talk about the parts of the guitar, what you need, what a tuner is, where to find one, and what kind of price range you're expecting for a tuner, assuming you already have a guitar. Next, we'll be talking about the frequency scale and how the frequency scale applies to the strings. And then finally, I'll show you how to use a tuner in relation to the knowledge I've showed you. Okay, first off, what do you need? So assuming you already have a guitar, all you really need is a tuner. So you need to familiarize yourself with the parts of the guitar first to help you make things a little easier to tune. So this big part here is the body. This little black mustache looking thing is called the bridge. You're gonna go all the way up here. This is called the sound hole. You won't find these on electric guitars, but for acoustic guitars, they're all on there. The sound hole, and then you're gonna come all the way up here, and from where my hands are separated, that space in between is called the neck. And on the neck, you see little metal rods every couple of inches or so called frets. And finally, for important to some tuners, this is called the headstock. And for all tuning, these little white pegs are tuning pegs that go up or down in tuning. Okay, so now that you're familiar with the parts of the guitar, I'll explain to you what a tuner does. A tuner tells you the frequency that the strings are playing. Now, what is frequency? Frequency is the scale of notes that are available to music. So all we're going to worry about today is the solid note, the whole note, called A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. Now, when it's higher, it's called a sharp. When it's lower, it's called a flat. But right now, we're not going to worry about sharps and flats. We're going to worry about the solid frequency of A, B, C, D, and so on. Okay, so now, what is a tuner? Okay, so a tuner is, like I said, it tells you the frequency of which, but how do I use it? So there are different styles of tuners out there. There's some that clamp on here to the wood part of the headstock, and it'll clamp on with a little screen that'll be facing away or facing you, and it'll say the letter, right? Like I was talking about earlier, the frequency. You might play it and it'll say A or C or whatever, and it'll come up on a little screen and it'll tell you whether it's too low or too high. Okay? Those will typically run you the most because they're the most accurate. You can find those at a music store, online, Amazon, Craigslist, and they'll probably be between $10 to $25 depending on the quality. Next is what I use because I don't have a lot of money. So this basically is what a tuner looks like. See here, you have all the letters from A to G, and look, there's a sharp, C sharp, B flat. So it just tells you what frequency the notes are being playing at, and right now it's reading my voice. Okay, so you're gonna line up the green line here right over the center. There's a long line that goes right over the middle. That's what you're gonna be worried about, okay? So now, how do I tune it? Okay, so like I said, there's 6 strings, and we're gonna talk about standard tuning, okay? Standard tuning is what most songs are played in. There is different styles of tuning called open D, open E, but that's for a little more advanced players. We won't worry about that. We're worried about standard tuning today. Standard tuning. What is standard tuning? What is the frequency? The frequency, and you're always going to talk about from your face to far away, as far as you can, okay? This string is an E, a low E, because it's low. E, A, D, G, B, E. Jacob, how can I remember that? That's a lot for me. I'm a newbie guitar player. There is a little acronym to remember, and it's a good life lesson for learning guitar. And it's an acronym, so bear with me. Every amateur does get better eventually. E, A, D, G, B, E. Standard tuning. You can't forget it. Okay? So now here, I'm going to pan down here to my tuner. Okay. And we're going to see what's going on. Okay. E, remember every E. It's a little flat. Got to go up. E. A. D. G. There we go. B. And E. And there you go. All you got to do is just mess with the tuning pegs, whether up or down, to align yourself with that positive frequency of the solid letter of E, A, D, G, B, and E. Every amateur does get better eventually. Thank you.